sorry, just one thing before I go into the Om, I just wanted to share with you that I'm also studying the Yoga Sutra. Yoga Sutrani Pathami Idanim. Kinchit Gabhira Rupena means a little in depth. Yoga Sutrani Pathami Tatra Te Vadanti Sutreshu Te Vadanti. So Ekam Sutram Asti that once you attain the state of Ishwara with a quiet mind and that high degree of Samadhi, then you have Sarvajna Bijam, Niratishayam, limitless Sarvajna Bijam means the seed of omniscience. You get into contact with that seed of omniscience. And then the sutra that follows is that Tasya Vachakaha Pranavaha. That sound which is representative of that state is the Omkara. So the Omkara is like a huge, I mean, the potential that it holds is enormous. So I was just like, since reading it a little more and also thinking about it, I realized that it is important to try to, just uh, try to stay with the, to try and in a sense open oneself to the vastness of its possibility. So really when this Om happens, to sort of as much as possible to drop the I-ness of our being. It really is a conscious shedding of our connection with our limited identity. So even if you can visualize that for these few moments that we are doing that the chanting of the Om allows us to literally transcend our unreal limited construct of who we are. And aham kimartham unreal vadami. Why am I saying unreal? Because first and foremost, it's a very changing entity. The projection of the self is a very ephemeral, what do you say? It's a very passing, it's not something solid. Anuradha Chaudhary is this. You cannot say that because Anuradha Chaudhary is neither the body only, it's neither the emotions only, neither. So Anuradha Chaudhary kutra asti iti prashnaha. And therefore, there's a lot of other potential that is there in each one of us. Okay, I'm just taking up my own example, but it's the case with all of us. Tari, let's just, with this kind of a backdrop, when we do the Om, Taradi wants to ask something. Taradi, vadatu? Taradi, did you raise your hand consciously for a question? Taradi? Tarakinidi, this is Tarakinidi. Did you have a question? Tarakinidi?
Sorry, I didn't have a question. I think that happened accidentally. Sorry.
Astu.
Okay. Yeah, but when you're talking of the Om, and because of our whole interaction with Mandukya Upanishad, yeah, so that which is all about the Om, yes, there's a tremendous sound, yes, and it has a whole depth of meaning, which we don't think about actually when we are chanting.
So if any of you, if Taradi, you're likely to do so, Sunad has these absolutely fantastic performances on the different Upanishads and the chanting of that with or rather the rendering of the different Upanishads in the Dhrupad style with poetry, dance, philosophy, drama, all of that combined into absolutely mesmerizing performances. So if you are in the vicinity, never miss one. And they've done the Mandukya Santavani. So comparing the Om with the different philosophical chants and stotras, na? Taradi, of the different seers across.
I could share the video with everybody if people are interested.
Satyam, do that. Please do that in the groups, no? In both the groups.
Okay.
So that people can see it. And then, like I said, they've got these excellent CDs that you can also then gift if you're looking for really good class gifts to give to people. some of these series from Sunad are an absolute possession, prized possession. So do
Nowadays,
think of,
CDs are obsolete. So actually, I'll just put the videos up and people can download it and watch it.
Astu, astu,
Yeah, yeah.
astu. Chalatu. So Omkaram with this backdrop, let's just do the Om. So just take a minute to just quieten down and just focus your attention on your breath. So just for maybe take 2 or 3 breaths and allow that visualization to pervade your being. So maybe with the first breath, you feel the breath expand and, contract in your physical space. And the second time you breathe, let that breath go a little out of your normal contours of your body. And then as you breathe, allow that breath to just go into the infinity. And then take a deep breath and we'll do the Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Atha. Astu. So, I was also bringing at the same time. Ekakshara. Astu. So what I was saying is that so let's look at these sentence constructions, okay? And what I'm going to be doing now is the exercise that the 20th lesson starts with. It's about how do we build? Can you hear me clearly? Is it clear? Spashtam
Yes.
asti? Astu.
Spashtam.
Juliti spashtam asti kim?
Spashtamasti.
Astu. So what I was proposing to do is take up a simple sentence and we'll build it up. All right, we'll build up sentences and see what happens. So what I'm thinking of doing is I'll do a share screen and then we'll try to, with a whiteboard, we'll try and build these sentences by asking simple questions. So I will stick to the Ekam Vakyam Vadatu. We'll start with a Pullinga sentence, then we'll go to a Napunsakalinga Akaranta Pullinga, then we'll do Akaranta Napunsakalinga, then we'll do Akaranta Strilinga, Ikaranta Strilinga, time permits, and then if we can combine, do a combination of all 4 of them. Astu. So let's start with the first one. Prathama Vakyam Kim. Saralam Ekam Vakyam Vadantu.
Balakah Vithalayam Gachati.
So the first one would be that Balakah Gachati. Okay, that's the base. Simple sentence. Astu. Now, I'm trying to see if I can make it a little more systematic. Astu. So, the next one would be, what is the question that you could ask here? Balakaha.
Kim karo?
What is the question? No, the first question around the verb gachati is?
Kutra
Gachati.
First one is kaha gachati. The basic one. With any verb, the answer to kaha gachati will be in the prathama vibhakti, the subject or the nominative case. Okay, so kaha gachati, answer Balakah gacchati. Astu. Spashtam? Now, can we replace it? So I'd like everybody just very quickly to put up in the chat box. So put up one sentence to gacchati. Let's have different variations with akara ending pullinga. So that requirement is fixed. You have that requirement. And within that requirement, you put in any other words pullinga that you know of. The verb has to be gacchati. Question is kaha gacchati. And I'd like you to, in the chat box, give me multiple options. Krishna. Okay, now so Pravinji, the moment you say, you can't say Krishna, because Krishna is a root form. It's not a, it's just the root, which is known as the Pratipadika form. It is not a word that has been brought into the experiential domain. So the moment you have to bring Krishna into the Vibhakti form, if it is the subject, it will have to be Krishnaha gacchati. Astu. If it is, the moment it is a subject, it will have to be Krishnaha. Astu. So maybe you'd like to try another word there. So we have Aham gacchami was there. Astu. Uttamam. But Sakshi, if you want to use a third person pronoun, a third person noun, it can even be a pronoun, I don't mind. But third person noun, akaranta pullinga, those are the constraints within which you have to use words. So, Pravinji kim bhavishyati? Krishnaha gacchati. Would you like to try another one there?
Yeah, Ramaha gacchati.
Uttamam. Ramaha gacchati. Arunadi balakaha kridalay. Okay. Arunadi, not yet. You're answering, you're ahead of syllabus. So, balakaha gacchati. I want you to replace balakaha. So, give me another option there.
Saha gacchati.
Saha gacchati uttamam. Gajaha gacchati. Chhatraha gacchati. So, just in your writing here, because I would also encourage you to write precisely now. Henceforth, when you're depicting the sounds in a written format using the Roman script, I would like you to pay more attention to precision of representation. So if you are doing balakaha, the ba would have to be an A capital under the circumstance. Okay, so balakaha. The last visarga would be an capital H. So all long vowels will have to be capitalized. All the murdha sounds, the t, sh, r, all of them you put a capital R. And your simple sh can be an sh. Your s is a s, sh is a sh, s capital H is a sh. Astu. Tari chhatraha. So I'd like you again, if you can, Rama gacchati. And the other one is, when we are saying Ramaha, in our pronunciation, H is separate consonant. So it should actually be ideally just the H capital to indicate the aspirated sound. So Rama gacchati, chhatra gacchati. Astu. Gajah gacchati, kukkurah gacchati, uttamam. Rama gacchati, adhyapakah gacchati, balakah. No, so we'll not get into the next level. Please stick to the syllabus. And this is important. It's important to stick to the syllabus so that you get clarity about that exercise and everybody can also follow it accordingly. Astu, Sachinaha gacchati, Balaramaha gacchati. Again, like I said, don't get into the second, third parts of it. We are just asking a very, very basic question now. Shwanaha gacchati, Sudhaji gacchati. Astu, astu. Arunaha gacchati. Astu, spashtam asti. Now, what I would like you to do as a practice is that whenever you're writing a sentence, please say it aloud. Uchchahi uktva vakyam likhantu. Swasthane, even if I'm not hearing you, it doesn't matter for now, but I would like you to articulate. Tari uktva uchchahi vadantu vakyani cha likhantu. That effort that you will do of pronouncing the sound will facilitate a lot of levels of coordination. The eyes will see the correct expression, the ears will hear it, the speech will produce it, and the writing is presenting it. So there are 4 senses that are engaged in the grasping of this Vibhakti Rupas that we are going down. Ataha kripaya uchchahi vadantu likhantu cha swasthane with every word that kapishaha. So Shilaji, kapishaha, there will have to be an H at the end. Astu. Mahodayah gachati. Uttamam Sakshi. Yeah, Uttamam. Astu. The next question. What is the next logical, no, next question that we can ask? The next question, kutra. Okay. So, kam, in this case, kam gachati would not make sense so much, but kutra gachati.
Okay.
I will just put kutra gachati in as a, indicator now like that. So kutra gachati. Now I find that there are sentences still being made with vidyalaye gachati. So we'll start using the body language atra. So the moment it is gachati, the noun that is the destination will get an So vidyalaya will be.
Vidyalayam.
So please everybody do this action. Vidyalayam
Alayam.
gachati. Everybody please do the action.
Vidyalayam.
Gachati. Punaha again.
Vidyalayam.
Gachati.
Gachati.
Gachati. Do the whole sentence. Purnam vakyam vadatu. Just the
Balakaha
Vidyalayam
Vidyalayam
gachati.
Prashnaha. Kaha prashnaha? So do the question.
Balakaha kutra gachati.
Balakaha kutra gachati.
Balakaha.
Kaha Vidyalayam
Gachati.
gachati.
So we'll ask the question and we'll give the answer. Astu. So balakaha kutra gachati. Balakaha vidyalayam
Vidyalayam gachati.
Spashta. So now everybody's chance to answer the kutra question. So where all kutra gachati. So don't change anything else now. So whatever sentence kutra gachati. Keep the balakaha fixed. Only change the central one. Astu. Okay. Gajaha vanam gachati. Astu. Chinta nasti. You can change that sentence, but otherwise just change the center one.
Griham gachati.
Griham. No, please put the whole sentence there.
Balakaha griham gachati.
Uttamam. But tatha likhatu. Please write the full sentences. Karanam lekhane. Why? Because as you're writing it, I'm expecting you to be saying it aloud. Adhikam vadati chet adhika abhyasaha bhavishati. Kutra gachati balakaha karyalayam gachati. Uttamam. Gachyati na bhavati. Julidi. It will not be gachyati. There is no I in the gachyati. Gachati. Astu. Kashyapaha karyalayam gachati. Apannam gachati. It will be an apannam. Devasthanam. So sthanam will have to be like aham kridanganam gachami. Astu. Balakaha upavannamaha. Okay, so Anjali Raudi, you have said upavanamaha. It cannot be because vanamaha, it doesn't fit the hand movement. So it will be nripaha. No, not that. Balakaha. Anjali, could you say it aloud?
Balakaha upavanam gachati.
Uttamam. Okay.
So upavanaha is wrong.
Exactly. Upavanna. First of all, upavanaha doesn't exist. It will be upavanam asti.
Okay.
It's a neuter word.
Okay.
Okay. So if it is a destination, it will have to be this. That's why, please, as you're saying it, do the action and say the word. Upavanam gachati, mandiram gachati, devasthanam gachati, vannam gachati, apannam gachati, karyalayam gachati. So just do this action. Tena bahu labha bhavishati. So devalayam. Arunadi, devasthanam. So if you can get the akaras correctly. And that's why I'm asking you to say it aloud. Because when you do the devalayam, that, I mean, we should not underestimate the importance of that because if we are doing the with that exaggerated movement, it is also a very good exercise to unlock the jaw. You get many people have locked jaws. So this has a lot of psychological benefits besides the in itself. Okay. So it loses this jaw thing, and that, like I said, the locked jaw happens for different psychological reasons as well. So devasthanam. Arunati, you become devashtanam. Thoda gadbad ho gaya. Eshaha granthalayam gachati. Uttamam. Ramah aranya na bhavishyati tatra. Aranyam gachati. Pathashala. Acha. So Pratibadi, we are doing pullinga ending words only for now. Okay, so Pathashala yam to nahi bhavati because Pathashala yam is the saptami. So Pathashala, if it is the original word, it will be Pathashalam gachati. But let's for now stick to only masculine words. I am allowing Napunsakalinga to come in, but we'll stick to masculine words because I'd like you to know the forms of all the masculine words. Right now, let's do the vibhakti of all the masculine words. Then we can mix it up. Otherwise, there is a lot of confusion brewing in the mastakam. From the Vakyam. Very legitimate confusion because abhyasaha nasti. But so therefore, to clarify, we'll just stick to one thing. Make sure that that has settled, that has been integrated a little bit. Anantaram, we will move on to other. Okay, so for word ends with a, you know that it's not for this lot of sentences, or e, it is not for this lot of sentences. Astu.
So if it is anything ending with a, like a patshala, then it is a feminine this thing, is it?
Not always, not always.
Okay.
Because pita is an akara ending, it's like an akara ending word, but it is not a feminine word also.
Mm.
So it's not as simple, it's not as straightforward as that. But 95% of the time, maybe it could be the norm. It would be the norm.
Oh.
Yet you have to know, otherwise one can make a mistake. Mastake confusionam asti. Ataha mandam gachamah. Twara nasti. Astu, spashtam. So kutra gacchati. Let's send him vidyalayam. Huh? And I'm also putting the capital ma there to indicate that it is a anuswara. It will be a dot if you're learning the writing of it. Why the dot? Because it is followed by a gakara, which is a consonant or a vyanjana. So if the ma, the anuswara is followed by a consonant, it will become a dot on top. Astu. First vibhakti has only one use. Yes, the first vibhakti is always the subject case. Which means what? Which means that when you're asking a question on the verb, who is doing the verb, the answer to that will always be the prathama vibhakti. Kaha karoti, whatever the action might be, Who, if you ask kaha with that verb, then it will be a prathama vibhakti. Astu. Let's vishrama sthalam uttamam gacchati. Shilaji, you'll have to make sure that the rest of the sentence is also correct. Ataha, say it aloud and write, because then that coordination will improve. The hearing, speech, writing, coordination has visual.
Balakaha vidyalayam gacchati.
Gacchati. So don't swallow up the last sounds. Make sure that you are emphasizing the last sound in that. Balakaha vidyalayam gacchati. You know that ti balakaha vidyalayam gacchati. That's where the whole grammar rests. Astu, chalatu. Next one. Anya kaha prashnaha?
How?
Katham. Katham.
Katham.
Katham will always take a, it'll take a tritiya vibhakti. The moment you say with something, it'll have a tritiya vibhakti. So let's say, how do we send in? Mitrena can be katham mitrena. Huh? So let's say katham can be how or with whom. Huh? It can little bit kena, katham or kena. Let me put the sentence, both the options. Katham or kena. So how would you answer that? Katham is how. How.
So
And
the full sentence is balakaha katham gacchati or balaka kena gacchati. Is that the full sentence?
It depends. So if you're asking with whom is he going, then kena gacchati. Or the word kena can also mean how. Kena gacchati saha vimanena gacchati. Let's say. Or saha scooter yanena gacchati. Supposing. Kena can mean both. It can mean person with whom or with what. It can mean both. With whom or with what. Astu, so what will we answer? With whom or what?
Janakena mitrena.
So let's answer two things here. So let us have a person.
So Gajaha Vanam Gachati Chanati Gajaha Padena Vanam
One order.
Gachati.
Yedanala.
Padena. I've lost my. So Padena means with one leg.
Oh.
That is a bit of a complicated challenge. So Pada Chatushtayena. There's a possibility there. So Pada Chatushtayena can
One order.
happen.
Yedanala.
Srinivasji, your sound is on. Somebody's sound is on. Huh? So I'm trying to get rid of these other ones. Pada. Okay. Huh. So can you say that? So what will it be? With whom will be? So two things I want you to answer. One is the mode of transport, and the other one is with whom. So Pada Chatushtayam. So neuter words. Let's use neuter words here. So one of the words is Yanam. Yanam. So what will it become?
Yanena.
Yanena. Uttamam. Yanena or so it will be Yanena or if it's a person then
Mitrena saha. Saha.
Pitrena will not be because the root is Pitr. So it's a different word.
Mitrena saha.
Mitrena. Okay. Let's take a masculine word here. I've got Shubham Das for some reason making a line. So I've got, let's take a masculine because Yanam is the neuter form. Let's take a masculine word.
Ramena saha.
I would tend to, okay, Rama can be somebody's name. If we take another word which is more general, Putraha, Janakaha, Sahodaraha, one of them.
Balakaha Ramena saha gachati.
Ramena saha gachati is correct, but let's take another word which is a more daily use word that we might have.
Ramesh.
Janakena saha vidyalayam gachati.
Janakena. Adhyapakena. Uttamam.
Siddhartha.
Janakena.
Is saha necessary or just Janakena is enough?
No. So saha is normally, so if you're saying with the father, going along with, the saha really has a sense of along with. So normally when you're saying it accompanying with somebody, then you tend to say along with. So Janakena saha. So this is where you also have, I'll just put it down here. So you have the options of saha and vina.
We say
going with or without.
Janakena saha or Janaka sahita?
So Janaka sahita is not a vibhakti form.
Okay.
Janakena sahitam can be.
Okay.
Asu, but right now we are really trying to practice the kena, the tritiya vibhakti we are trying to practice. So yanena janakena saha gachati uttamam.
How do you say then with father?
Janakena saha.
Janakena.
Janakena saha. Astu, spashtamasti. So I'd like you all to try to make other sentences here. Kripaya balakah janakena saha gachati uttamam. Okay, so now we just reply with that.
What is Yanena?
Yanam is a car. Car.
Thank you.
Astu Yanena.
Balakaha Ashvena gachati. Ashvena.
Uttamam. So aham Auroville nagare pathayami sma. Purvam. Sanskritam pathayami sma. I used to teach there. So there on Earth Day, my students would come on horseback. Ashvena Vidyalayam Agachati was a reality. Chhatraha Ashvena Agachati Sma.
What about Vahana?
Vahanam Napunsakalinga asti. So you can make a sentence with that.
Vahanam sahita.
Na. We are trying to do this. Vahanena Sahitam. But you don't need to say Sahitam there. Vahanena already implies with that.
Oh.
It's a duplication.
Anuradha ji, suppose you want to say he is going in the car with his father.
Is Mahutena
Sanskrit, you can't say
Saha
the car.
is okay.
The car is the instrument of. So because so that's where it has one has to have clarity, and they don't map to one with the English prepositions. So when you're saying in your what is the role of the car is the instrument of. If you're sitting yan povishati, instrument of getting you to the place that you are going to, then you the instrumental or the karana karaka. Okay, it's vibhakti.
Mode of transport.
So you have to say yanena janakena saha gachati.
Uttamam.
Okay.
So double tritiya bhavati, but it doesn't matter because one understands the context of the whole thing. Like it doesn't sound awkward.
Can say Rathena Gachati.
Adbhutam.
Rathena Gachati.
Satyam. Janakena vina prakostham gachati. Uttamam. With brother. So the word for brother bahu ruchiram asti. The word for brother is very interesting. It's sahodaraha. Saha udaraha. One who shares the same stomach. So again, this is a cultural context. So I was like interacting with certain, when doing classes in some foreign countries. In India, it's something that's happening more now probably, but it happens. I mean, it's probably wrong to make these East-West kind of, classifications or generalizations. But the fact that I was asking somebody, I said, your brothers, we says, no, we are not from the same stomach. We are brothers. But if you have parents who have different partners and they already have children, then you can't technically call them sahodara. They will be a bhrata or they will be anything else, but they cannot be called sahodara.
So Rama and Lakshmana were not sahodara.
No.
Okay.
Technically not. Satyam.
Then why was Krishna called Damodar?
Damodara, I'll have to think of it. Damodara, Dama kimasti.
It is the rope because he was tied to the rope, no?
Yes.
Because that rope was around his stomach. Ataha Damodara iti.
Yes.
Astu. Dhanyawad.
Saira.
Dama. It was contained around his stomach. Satyam. Dhanyawad. Oh, that's the advantage of having so many knowledgeable people. Dhanyawad. Astu. So let's move on. Etadaddi, we have to finish this one. Okay. Balakaha sahodarena saha gachati. Balakaha basena uttamam. Basena gachati. What a beautiful Astu. Balakaha bhratena na bhavati. Because it's bhrata, the root is bhratr. Okay. Agrajaha. So just some vocabulary. Agrajaha, elder brother. Anujaha, younger brother. So Agrajaha, Anujaha. Or you can also have Kanishtaha. So these are some words for brother. And then you can also have other Jyeshtaha and Kanishtaha. So that's what I was thinking. So Agrajaha, Anujaha. Jaha means born. Agrajaha, one who is born before. Yaha purvam janma praptavan agrajaha. Anujaha yaha anantaram janma praptavan. One who got birth afterwards. Anu, one who followed your birth. Anujaha. And the other way of talking about elder and younger is Jyeshtaha, elder. Kanishtaha, younger. Astu. Vasantiti, you cannot say Anujaha saha. Because we are doing the tritiya. So, because you're using saha, you're using saha. Anujena saha. This is the where you actually have to say saha. You cannot say S-A-H capital. That means that person. Saha anujaha. Aham anujena saha gachami.
Anujena saha gachami.
Astu. So while we tend to pronounce that saha balakaha, we have to remember that it is sah balakah. And we are exaggerating and say saha balakaha. But this one is saha. Very categorically, sir and her. So if I have to draw it out for you, it would be sa, saha. Okay, in the Devanagari.
No, what about the name of a place? Suppose we have Mysuru, then will it be Mysuru room?
Satyam.
Like Vidyalayam?
Satyam. The idea is that you have to put the at the end of it.
Okay.
That's for the that would be, I would say, like 99% you can rely on that. There's a doubt. Yada sandeha asti, you put in a familiar word. So you say Mysore Nagaram. Mysore gachati. So the moment there is an ending that you are not so familiar with, immediately put in a word that you are familiar and make a composite term and you use it. Astu, let's move on. What is the one?
Mahutena, correct? Mahutena saha. Gajaha Mahutena saha.
Which one?
Gajaha Mahutena saha. Okay.
Uttama.
Okay. Vanam Chatushta Padaha Chatushtena Gachati.
No, so you have to be clear there. You can't say Padaha, because the moment you say Padaha, then that becomes a subject.
Pada Chatushtena.
Pada Chatushtayena. Then it's one word.
Pada Chatushtayena.
It's a composite word.
Okay.
Pada Chatushtayena. Astu balakaha agrajena saha griham gachati uttamam. I have Madhavi ji, your sentence needs to be corrected. So Madhavi ji, you can't say agrajaha saha. Okay. I would like everybody, I request everybody to make sentences. Sarve api kripaya vakyani kurvantu. Bahu mukhyam asti. Everybody should try and make sentences. Astu.
I want to say slowly, like the child was walking slowly with his elder brother.
But let's not get into the adverbs, because that's another category. So katham can have that also. Mandam gachati, but that's, like I said, we'll not get into adverbs. Right now we'll use it as an instrument. So what is the instrument or with whom? We'll only stick to that. We'll build a block, because if you're trying to add other dimensions, then we'll get lost with the basics also. Okay. So for example, your sentence, balakaha, you cannot say agrajaha, because then the verb, the subject becomes agrajaha. It becomes agrajaha gachati, which is not what you want to say. You want to say with the agraja. So it will become
Nena.
No, you have to go slowly. So agrajaha. So like you have here, jana kaha becomes jana kena. See, jana kaha. So the mind has to hold, and that's the whole yogic aspect of this. You really have to hold the forms. You have to hold the root form. You have to know exactly what leaves, what comes. That has to be very clear in the mental mind picture. So if you have agraj, sijana, kaha, the kaha, aha goes and ena comes it. So agrajaha, what will go? Kim gachati?
Jaha will go.
The jaha, aha will go, and it will be replaced with
Ena.
And therefore,
I cannot pronounce it. Balakaha agrayena.
So it's a ja. It's a agraja. So say it.
Agrajena saha gachati.
Uttam.
Agrajena.
Satyam. Uttam. Gardhabena gachati. Gardhabena gachati. Astu. Mamma janakaha vishwavidyalayam basena gachati. Uttamam. Balakaha ratra saha vidyalayam gachati. Uttamam. Vidurji, intermediate course asti. Rakshakena mandiram gachati. Uttamam. Okay, Vinodji, the word Raja is another tricky one. Okay, because the root is Rajan. So in the first person it will become Raja. It's not a Raja, it's not your root form. So you can use the word Nripa. So Vinodji, if you want to use Nripa, what will it be? Nripa. Nripena. Uttama. Let's move on. What can be the other question? What can be the other? Katham So the next one with the fourth vibhakti is kimartham.
Anu, what is rakshakena?
Rakshaka yaha raksham karoti saha rakshakaha.
Okay.
Means a police person or a protector, generally a policeman. Somebody's sound has come on. Astu.
Yeah, the Sahodara.
Rakshakena saha, no? You have to have a saha there.
Satyam, but even if you don't say saha, it's not wrong.
Okay. Okay, we can say like that.
Satyam, Satyam. Rakshakena gacchati or Rakshakena saha gacchati. And it will be Rakshakena. Rakshakena.
No.
Because of the ksha that follows. Rakshakena.
So Sahodara will be Sahodarena or Sahodarena?
Na.
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 Sahodarena saha gacchati.
Satyam, Satyam. Okay, I'd like us to just complete the next one. So I want us to at least do the Pullinga and the Napunsakalinga also will be more or less the same. So Kimartham. I missed out the Kimartham.
Kimartham or Kasmai?
Or Kasmai, Satyam. Both of them. Kasmai has to do with to whom. Kimartham is Kasmai also can be said, but you would tend to say more of Kimartham. To or for whom. And what will we give as the answer? Kimartham Vidyalayam Gacchati?
Pathanaya.
Pathanaya. Uttamam. I've lost it. So what will it be? Pathanaya. Pathanaya. Astu, is that clear? So would you like to make some other sentences? So use other words like Ananda. What will become Ananda? Jnana. Kim bhavishati? Chanakyaha. Deepak Mother, you have to just make sure that you've got your vowels fully in. So Rathe na. Rathe na bhavishati. It will be a simple na. It will not be Rathe na. Chandraguptena. If you say Chandragupten, this is a very typical Hindi error of eating up the vowels at the end. Kutiram Mantranaya. Kutiram. Kutiram Mantranaya matlab? Deepak ji? Sachinaha Sahodarena. Bhranti ji, again, the same mistake. You're both of you making the same. It could be a Gujarati influence if I can see it. So you will have to make sure putting the last vowels in. Sahodarena, Yanena, Vidyalaya, Pathanaya, Uttamam. Gachati. Balakaha Karyalayaha, Dvichakrika. So Zulidi, it's Dvichakrika. So it's an akara ending word. We will avoid that for now. Because it's a feminine word. So for now, we will not get into the feminine at all. I want you to stick to masculine and the neuter forms only. Let's just stick to that. I think time will be up to this.
Saha Himalayam Brahmanaya Gacchati.
Uttamam. Saha Himalayam Brahmanaya Gacchati. Uttamam. Kridanganam Playaya Gacchati. Uttamam. Sahodarena Yanena Uttamam. Balakaha Parikshanaya Vidyalayam Gacchati. Uttamam.
How do you say Playaya in Sanskrit? Playaya? So we can say Kridaya Gacchati.
Now the thing is, the word is Krida. So it's a feminine word.
Oh.
So we'll not put it in here now. So Playaya I have allowed because Chalati. Chalayama. Balaka Sahodarena Saha Gayena. Gayena, 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 Gayena. Pravinji? What is that?
Sing.
Why? Okay, so Gaya. So what do you have to hear? What does the fourth get? What will be the ending?
Gayanaya.
Gayanaya.
Satya.
Gayanaya.
Gayanaya. Astu. Uttamam. Chalanaya. So Tarati, you're saying that he's going to school to walk. Is that, or what is the Purnam Vakyam Tatra? Balakah Kridaya. Okay, so Anjali ji, that was the challenge there. The word is Krida. Okay, so that will be a feminine word there. To bring
Anu,
books.
yeah, Brahmanaya would be better than Chalanaya. Gajaha vanam pada chatushtayena mahutena saha Brahmanaya gacchati.
How do I say to bring books?
Tadeva. So, Anayanam. Anayanam is the bringing. So, how would you say it?
Balakaha yanena janakena saha pustakani anenaya.
No, so you'll have to just go with the sounds. Anayanam.
Anayanam.
So, what do you...
Anaya.
Ending, just put the ending.
Anaya. Yeah.
Anayanaya.
So I was telling my students this today. The same thing will happen. What tends to happen is because you want to get it right, then there is a bit of an anxiety. The moment that anxiety comes in, then you're going to make a mistake. So you have to just pause there and just go very, very systematic. The mana has to be very sthira there. So pathanam, pathanaya. So the nam goes and aya comes in. Pathanam, pathanaya, anayanam. Anayanaya uttamam. So you can either say pustakani, keep it separate and say pustakani anayanaya, or you can club it as a compound word and say pustakanayanaya.
No, I'll keep this. We'll leave it at this for the moment.
No, but do you want to just try that? Pustakanayanaya. Vadatu?
Pustakanayanaya.
Uttamam.
How do you say to give exam? Balakah yanena janakena saha to give exam gacchati. How do you say that?
So it's not so straight. Let's say pariksha karanam.
Pariksha kar.
So how would you say?
How do you say Shyam
Or
went with
pariksha? Let's try. Better than that would be pariksha lekhanam.
So we will go balakah yanena janakena saha pariksha lekham gacchati.
No. Lekhanam. The same thing that I told Arunadi. So lekhanam will become
lekhanam.
Lekhanaya. Wait. We'll let her try. So lekhanam will become
pariksha lekhanam gacchati. Is that
no? Okay. You are
pariksha lekhanaya.
Wait. Everybody tell because then she'll. So, it's lake. You want for writing. So pathanam is study. For pathanaya. Lekhanam for writing.
Lekhanaya.
Uttamam. So now say it.
How do we say Shyam went to the temple with his father to do puja?
No, just one. I'll just complete this, please.
So balakah yanena janakena saha lekhanaya gacchati. Pariksha lekhanaya gacchati.
Satyam. Pariksha lekhanaya.
Pariksha lekhanaya gacchati.
Uttamam. So Dhavanaya, Vidyaji Singh, Dhavanaya, Kiranganam Gacchati, Anandaya, Sanskritam, Anandaya.
Ma'am, Parikshanartham.
How do you say to do puja?
So right now I'm not doing the short form, or I can also tell you the short form here. So like Prashun told us here, it is Pathanartham. This is the shortcut. It's not a vibhakti form, it's the shortcut. Pathanartham. Astu.
How do you say to do puja?
Pakasha. Puja. Let's say puja. let's say puja karanam. I'm trying to make sure that the words are ending with an akaranta napunsaka or pullinga. Okay. So puja, for puja has a separate word because it's an akaranta strilinga. So that will be a different ending. But right now I want us to do akaranta pullinga or napunsakalinga. So puja karanam. So what will you say?
Puja karanaya.
Uttamam. Puja karanaya uttamam.
Puja
Dakshanaya uttamam. Khadanaya.
बालकः खेलनार्थं क्रीडाङ्गणं गच्छति.
Uttamam. Khelanartham, or but that's not a vibhakti form. Yadi vibhakti bhavati, then
बालकः खेलनाय क्रीडाङ्गणं गच्छति.
Satyam. Only in terms of pronunciation, you have to make sure you're saying khelanaya. The last Satyam. That last Satyam. That last cannot be underestimated because it is that which is going to do the liberation of our being. In the Mandukya Upanishad, they say that it is the that is the liberator. It is the that gives us the sense of existence. So if you're eating up that in sound, you're depriving yourself of that fullness of a potential existence. Ataha ucharane akarasya bahu mahatvam asti. So please don't eat up. Sanskrit is eating us bhojanasya bhakshanaya avasaraha nasti. Swara bhakshanaya avasaraha nasti. Astu. So we've got balaka mitrena mandiram puja karanaya. Jeshima, that will just have to be puja karanaya, one word.
Okay.
You cannot keep it separately because if the moment puja separately, it would mean puja gachati.
Okay.
Astu. So, pujartham, shortcut. Satyam.
Prathanaya santoshtama gachati is correct. Gachami.
Kutrama. Say that again.
Aham devalayam prathanaya or santoshamamya gachami.
Yeah, the second one you want to get it fast, correct? So santosha is the word. So what will it be?
Santoshamamya.
No. See, santosha is the word. So there is no ma coming into the picture at all.
Okay, so santoshaya.
Uttamam.
So aham devalayam santoshaya gachami.
Uttamam. So we have, it's already 8 o'clock. So now the point is this, either we can complete it and then I will also have to discuss. So maybe I think what do you suggest? Maybe we can take another 5 minutes, but it will not finish. I'll stop here for now. But what I would like us to do is this, a few questions. So technically our 20 classes are over now. So 20, if I had said that we're going to be doing 20, it closes today in a sense on the 2 months ka. But what I propose we do is we take another 2 weeks at least. So we complete this entire thing. Okay, so we do another 2 days with your permission and we can then just try to complete. So this time we've done the masculine and the feminine. If we get all these vibhakti rupas, we've basically got the larger picture in our minds. Astu. At least 2 more classes and then we'll be rounded off with this one. Then we can think of how to take it forward, what to do and all. I'll be starting another group for the Ritambhara Wellness is an organization that has started asking me. They have a big group and they want me to do another. So there, and because the course is starting again from January. So I'll do a 2 months thing and because I've done this the first time here, I'll be a little more I'll know how to go about it. To try and cover it within those 20 hours. So the challenge is always to try and get as many people to voice it because unless you're speaking it, yada sambhashanam kurvanti, tadanim abhyasa bhavati. So again, my request is when you are recording your sentences, please ensure that you're recording it. So in this week, if you can just ask the question. So this week, what I propose for assignments is this, that you ask the question and give the answer. So you say balakaha gachati, ask the question, balakaha gachati, kaha gachati, balakaha gachati. So do it for the masculine and the neuter. Kaha gachati, balakaha gachati, kim gachati, yanam gachati. Astu. And You can even do a recording and say it aloud. So we need to generate more content of auditory practice with spoken Sanskrit. Sarala Vakyanam Shabda Bhandara Vakya Bhandaraha Avashyakaha. So those of you who are already experts, I would suggest that you also go slow. So you do these basic building blocks. So the first day you ask one question. Second day you ask the question, Balakaha kutra gacchati balakaha vidyalayam gacchati. Third day balakaha vidyalayam katham gacchati or kena gacchati. Balakaha vidyalayam da gacchati. Balakaha kimartham or kasmai vidyalayam yanena gacchati. So every day we just add one question and you try and fill it up with the vibhaktis. Is this doable?
Yes.
Ekam vakyam, and do it with a question and then write the answer, so that in your head there is real clarity about what vibhakti is responding to what query, and therefore which what would be the ending for that. Iti. Astu. Uttamam atra. Balakaha nidranaya. So Poonamji, the word is nidra. Okay.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
So it will be a feminine. So it's out of the syllabus for now. So if you take the word swapaha, then
What does swapaha mean? Sleeping. Okay.
So it will become
Balakaha swapaya gacchati.
Uttamam. Astu. So basically when you're doing this practice in the sentences, like I said, just one sentence per day now, but asking a question and replying to that and recording it also. Astu. Then what will happen is that the brain, it will just help it become more systematic with the relationship of the words, etc. Astu. Spashtam. Chalatu. Samapayama. Anjanami dirghamama. Chalatu. Om. Om. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Iti. धन्यवादः.
एकः प्रश्नः अस्ति.
कृपया.
Madam.
तिष्ठतु. Somebody said एकः प्रश्नः.
Deepak.
So I said that.
What was?
एकक्षणं. दीपक महोदय, जयश्री जी एकं प्रश्नं पृष्टवती.
संस्कृतेन वै शब्दस्य अर्थं किम्?
No, so now you don't want to say, you want to say in Sanskrit, right?
Yeah. Oh,
so
yeah.
That will be Saptami. Sanskrite. Why
shabdasya artham kim?
Do you want to ask me the meaning or anuvadaha kaha?
I want the meaning.
Kim artham.
Kim
for what purpose?
Okay.
For what means?
Yeah. So kimartham is for what?
Why?
Kimartham is why, but I want to know what it means.
What would, just one second, what do you mean by what it means?
What is the meaning of the word why?
That's an English problem. That's an English problem. In English, why does why mean why?
Not why. It is Chandrasekhara Mashraye Mama Kim Karishyati Vai Yamaha.
Oh, vai.
Why?
Vai. Kshamyatam.
I don't understand why there's a why there.
Okay, no. So there's an why? Sorry, Kshamyatam. So it's not in Sanskrit. We would not say vai. So there's no ah. It's not an ah. Vai.
Yeah.
It's an sound. It's a more closed sound.
Vai.
Vai.
Okay, but I was trying to say it loud.
Satyam.
Explain it. Yeah.
Sure. Sorry. No, I was looking at the Kimartham why, so I just was not understanding the connection. I was wondering, why I was confused with the cross-linguistic similarity. So we have vai is to two people. Two people. Vai.
Two people.
Two people. For two people can be vai.
For two people. But it doesn't make sense in this sentence.
Tell me the sentence again.
Chandrasekhara Mashraye Mama Kim Karishyati Vai Yamaha.
I think vai also has a sense of an emphasis.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah, it has an emphasis also. Sense of an emphasis.
Oh, okay.
Why?
Yeah, like indeed. How we say indeed, like that. Khalu.
It is an emphasis. Khalu. Nanu, khalu.
Madam.
Vai. Yes.
Okay.
Like, Madam, so why saha is there? No? Raso why saha.
Indeed. Why?
Satyam.
Madam.
Deepak Mohoday vadatu.
What was the mistake in my sentence? Chanakyaha rathena Chandraguptena saha kutiram mantranaya gacchati.
Satyam. So what I was mentioning there is that you have written the nas only. There is no akara after them.
Acha.
If you're not putting the akara, then it becomes rathen. You're saying rathen. It is not rathen. You have to say rathena.
Ana.
No, rathena. It's just the vowel a has to sound at the end.
Okay.
In Sanskrit, the sound rathen doesn't mean anything.
Right. It may be by mistake. Sorry.
Ucharane. It's just ucharane, because what happens is in ucharanam it is not complete. So then in the lekhanam also the transmission will omit that
No.
sound.
I'm not habituated to write in English. That is why it has happened.
Satyam.
Thank you.
But the thing is that when you are doing the English also, so it's important to be able to do this cross usage in languages, in the sense that English you have n plus
Okay. Astu.
sarvada.
Astu.
So that akara at the end is what gives the na. Otherwise, it will be the halant sound. So your endings were athen with the halants. The representation only.
Yeah, right.
Artha was there, but the representation had that error. And then I didn't at that point understand Kutiram is going to the Kutiram Mantranaya to discuss, to debate, to brainstorm.
Yeah, right.
Satyam. Uttamam.
Anuradha, in Konkani, we have a lot of vai. I'm wondering if it is coming from vai.
Could be. But that vai is for emphasis, na?
Yeah, no, we say yes.
So it could be indeed. It could be just that emphatic.
Indeed. I was just wondering if it comes from the Sanskrit vai. Yes.
Could be, na?
Yeah, that was thought. Yes.
It's all possible. There is a lot of borrowing. Sanskrit has, incredible influence on various languages.
Yeah, and Konkani is also a Prakrit, so it has come from Sanskrit.
Satyam.
So it's very likely that it has come from that.
Anu, I have a more basic question. Shanti here. How do you decide whether it is, like say for khada, for khad verb, how do we know whether it is khadanaya or khadaya?
So the verb is khad, but there are many rules. There is the hardware. Like I keep saying, there is always a hardware and there is a software. The hardware will tell you how does a root verb become into a noun. So there are many ways of turning roots into nouns, root verbs into nouns. One of them is the nam that you get at the end. So bhoj becomes bhoja nam. Khad, khadanam. Lik, lekhanam. So this is a typical kind of a suffix that gets added into making the root verbs into nouns.
Oh, okay. So from the noun form, we have to take the aya.
Satyam. Because
like
the vibhakti only gets attached to nouns.
Ah.
The vibhakti rupas get attached to nouns. Those nouns can be derived from verb roots. Most nouns are derived from verb roots, not all of them.
Okay. So like you asked about swap, so it is swapanaya then. Okay.
No. Okay. Swapaha is a word in itself.
Oh, okay. So that's not, it doesn't become swapanam.
No.
Oh, okay.
Swapaha is a word, independent word, but it's an akaranta pullinga word.
So it remains as swapaya then.
Satyam.
That's what caused me the doubt. Okay, fine. Thanks.
Satyam.
Thanks.
How do we increase our vocabulary of dhatu? Verbs.
No, I get that. So one of the ways of doing it is that if you practice more of this what do you say, synonyms. If you look at synonyms of words, so the dictionary patha is one of the easiest, or you have a lot of these Amara Kosha and all, but Amara Koshas will increase your vocabulary around words. So synonyms of words you will get. Otherwise, you have to look at dhatu pathas. So you've got all the dhatu pathas, which will give you different kinds of verbs and their conjugations and all of that.
Okay.
Yesterday I learned one superb one. Wait.
What is it?
Sattayam vidyate jnane veti vinte vicharane vindate vindati prapto shanlukshnam sheshvatam kramat. Okay, so I'll tell you this. It was really a nice one. I'll just write it out here. It was about the root with Veda. How do you know what does the word Veda mean? Astu. So if you have the time, I will share this with you.
Yeah, tell me.
Astu. So it goes like this. So we want to know the forms of the word Veda. So the shloka is this. It is like this. Sattayam vidyate jnane veti vinte vicharane. And then you have vindate vindati praptau shyam. This is the funny one now. Shyam look nam Vedam Kramat. Okay, so this was about. I'll write it here so that it's there with you. It's about the word meanings of Veda. So what is it saying? The first one is Sattayam. Satta means being, existence. So now you can identify Satta and then you say Sattayam. So this usage of the Saptami is known as Sati Saptami in the case of while doing that. Okay, that sense is there. Okay, so Sattayam, it means Vidyate. So the root vid becomes Vidyate in the meaning of Sattayam. Next is Jnane. Jnanam, Jnane, Saptami Vibhakti. It becomes Veti, to know. Saha Veti, Saha Janati, Saha Veti. Okay. The third one is Vinte. Saha Vinte means Saha Vicharayati, Vicharane. So Shantiti, Vicharaha, Char. The root is Char. You add a prefix V. Charaha becomes Charanam, Vicharanam. And that's Vicharane. Astu. So vicharane. Vinte vicharane. So that's the third meaning. That in thinking. Next is vindate vindati. Both these forms praptau in the sense of getting. And this is something that you will learn when you're doing the praptihi. So it's praptihi will become praptau. Ikaranta strilinga becomes au in the saptami. This is where the application. So all these forms that we're learning, the more you expose yourself to literature, the more you'll start recognizing how it is applied in different contexts. Astu. So here, vindate, vindati, prapto. You've got 4 meanings now. Then comes this fantastic Chinese at the end of it. Okay, so what is this Chinese? This Chinese is the hardware of your this grammatical composition that he's done. So what is he saying? He's saying shyam. Shyam is indicative. So this is part of Panini's meta language, where he uses all these abbreviations to indicate certain certain applications. So when he's saying shyam, it implies a particular group of verb conjugations, which is kupyati. So if your root is kup, then it becomes kupyati or kupyate. So the year that is coming in. So in your shyam, it is only the year that will stay. The sh will drop, the ma will drop, only the year will stay. And that gets attached to the verb and it becomes kupyati or kupyate. You get that? So shyam is just indicating for you which group of verb vidyate is. The second one is jnane vetti. So the vetti belongs to the second group, adadi gana. Okay. What happens in that one? In that one, there is no new thing that is coming. So as becomes asti. There is no new addition in that. See, like the first group is bhuad. It has a what they call the agama. The entry is something called shap. So in the shap, the sh drops, the pa drops. What remains is your a. So you have bhu, a, ti, bhavati.
Oh.
So that's real hardware. I mean, so like what we are doing here is the application. So for example, how does balaka become balakaha? In Panini's grammar, it will tell you that the when it is a subject, you have to add su, sup. Sup is the prefix to indicate that it is a subject for all the words. Okay, it's like it's an incredibly intellectual exercise that he did in his Ashtadhyayi. So what he says is the word balaka will get this suffix sup. In the suffix sup, because it is indicating the first person singular nominative case, will undergo changes. So balaka plus sup, the u, so it balakaha. But that's what I said. For knowing Sanskrit, you don't need to have that background. If you want to go deeper into it, it helps to understand that that's a why was this that and why was that it helps. But it's not required to apply it or to understand. So here when he's saying look is a pratyaya. Look means that nothing, there is no addition, there is no minus. It means there is nothing coming in. So jnane vetti. Okay. Then you have shnam. Shnam will get, it's like rudadi, ganaha. I think it's the rudnati, badnati. Okay, so vinte, this na that is coming in is a residue. Goes the
there's a major noise.
Everybody please unmute, please mute, sorry. Kripaya mute kurvantu. All right, so is this clear? So then we have the last one is sh. Sh, sheshu. Sheshu is just telling you that, for all these together, idam, sheshvidam. So sh. So what is sh? In vindati, vindate, there you get the sh that comes in as an addition. And that sh is what makes it into this vindati. So that is the tudadi gana is what I was told. Okay, that is the hardware part of it. And then kramat, if you follow that order, then you know that these are the groups in which these verbs belong and these verbs mean that. So it's just in a very compact form. They've conveyed a lot of things. They've conveyed to you the meaning. They've conveyed to you the grammatic formation. They've conveyed to you the source of which group it belongs to. So if you have any doubt as to how you would conjugate it, you just need to think of Shyam and you know how to do the rest of it. Considering that one has all that knowledge. Astu. So would you just like to try saying it? It's quite a fun one to say it. So Sattayam vindate jnane. My sur is not in 100% order. Taradi, please excuse me.
It's pretty good.
Is it vidyate or vindate?
Vidyate. The first one is Sattayam vidyate jnane.
Jnane. Okay.
Jnane. Janya. Jnane.
Yagnya.
It's not gnya. There is no ga there.
Jnane.
The formation of that letter, you don't have a gnya. There is no ga sound. There is no ga at all in the formation of that letter. So you cannot invent that sound into it. Like one does it as an apabhramsha where one is, it's not so always easy to say jnanam or jnanam. So then it can happen, but it is not inbuilt into the letter itself.
Jnanam.
No. There has to be a j sound. Jnana or jnana.
Jnanam.
Jnana, yeah. Jnana. Yeah, something on, like I said, I personally have a doubt whether, I'm not convinced whether it's jnya, so jnana or jnana.
But in writing we use that alphabet which is there for that particular yajna.
See this one, no ma. This one
is
a combination. This is
it's a combination of j plus
j
plus
nya, not na. So you see, there is no ga.
I was always thinking it was ga.
Naiva.
Okay.
It's a combination. So what my personal
jnana.
Yeah, because this is how it is. So it's a half j plus it's a nya. So nya, so jnana. Very technically it should be jnana. Or jnana. So the na is completely nasal as in jnana. Or jnana. Nya kitna hoga? I have my personal doubts on that still. Astu. So would you like to say one? Sattayam vidyate jnane.
Sattayam vidyate
jnane.
Veti vinte vicharane.
Veti vinte vicharane.
Vindate atmanepadi. Vindati parasmaipadi. So same word, but you have atmanepadi and parasmaipadi. One action that is done towards yourself and the other which is done towards the others.
Atmanepadi is towards ourselves, no?
Satyam.
Okay.
Vindate vindati praptau.
Vindati praptau.
Shyam look. Shnam sheshvidam. Kramat. Okay, I'll do the last line. Shyam lukshnam sheshvidam kramat.
Shyam lukshnam sheshvidam kramat.
Satyam. Panini is all Chinese, very literally.
How do you roughly translate this?
It literally means that in existence or in the case of existence, it is vidyate. So it becomes vidyate in the case of existence. In the case of knowledge, it is vetti. In the case of to think, it is vinte. In the case of to get, it is vindate or vindati. And it follows the prefix, or it belongs to the groups Shyam, Luk, Shnam, Sheshu, to all these in this particular order, Idam Kramat.
So all this is Vidya.
All this is for the verb for the word Veda.
Veda.
So if somebody asks Veda, then this would shloka that elaborate on the etymological content of the word.
Wow.
Sundaram,
Anaji,
huh?
can you explain it one more time in the case of existence?
It is vidyate. So when you're talking to like asti, pustakam vidyate. Aham vidya, aham grihe vidye. So you have to know the Atmanipadi forms. Or mama janakaha grihe vidyate. Astu, so vidyate. It's in the sense of he is. Jnane vetti, saha samskritam vetti, or saha samskritam vetti. It's in the sense of to know.
So in the case
Jnane
of
literally means in the sense of to know.
Okay, so in the case of existence, it is knowledge, it's learning, vidyate.
And then it's vinte, vicharane, to think, in the case of thinking.
Okay.
Then vindate, vindati. Saha jnanam vindate. It's there in the Upanishads, na? Vindate viryam. Tarati anything? Tarati vindate viryam. No, I think it's there in the Gita.
Govinda is there.
In the case of thinking.
No, Vindate Viryam is also there in one of the Upanishads that we've done.
Satyam. That's it sounded familiar. So, Govinda. Now, this is a very big one. Okay, Govinda is like a whole universe in itself. Okay, Go in the Vedas represents light. It means ray of light. On the physical level, it can mean the cows, but in the subtle psycho-spiritual meaning, the Go represents a ray of light. Govinda is one who goes in the quest, one who goes in the search of that light.
So it's very contextual.
One who has found it.
Vedas also. Go means Vedas also. Go means Indriya also.
Satyam. Who's speaking?
Yamini.
Vadati? Yamini ma. Okay, astu. Dhanyavada. Satyam.
Anuradhaji, what is the source of this sloka? Is it the sloka?
It's a good question. I didn't get that. Ham prapya ham suchayami.
Okay. Maybe if you can post it in the group in Devanagari, it would be great. Yeah,
Karomi. Yeah. Karomi.
Dhanyavad.
Astu. So this was it. So Govinda is exactly that. It's the questing for that light. One who finds that light. Basically, it's not just questing. One who finds that light. So Gopala, one who nurtures that light. So while we are stuck on that image and we just use it as a nomenclature, it has a lot of deep significance. So when Shankaracharya says Bhaja Govindam, Govindam Bhaja Mudhamate, how do you get out of your mudhatvam or this dark mental stuff? What I mean by dark is dense, for that light that can liberate us from that dense mental stuff.
Anuradhaji, Go is light, but Go is darkness. Is there some connection there?
I know. So this is something that I have to also find. I will ask my teacher today. Vednaranji Bhavan Kimapi Datra Vaktum Shaknoti. Because Guru is one who removes the darkness. Datra, so Gu, in fact, the word Go. So Tatra, there is something that needs to be understood a little more, and I have not investigated, so I will find that out.
Can we complete the last line?
Shyam, Lukshnam, Sheshvidam. So Shyam, Lukshnam are the suffixes that you're adding to the.
What does it mean?
The pratyaya. No, there are no names here. It's just the different groups that are the different verb groups that are indicated by these.
Idam
Kramat. Sheshu is because it is Bahuvachanam, all of them together. In these cases, Idam Kramat in that particular order.
Wow.
Ma'am?
Telling you, full of this wow fact.
Yes.
There is very little of mundane in Sanskrit. You just like every encounter you have is like invariably it is like it leaves you with a sense of like wow, you know, like it's coming from somewhere else. It's like it has much more to it. You seldom see one thing.
Is this the Panini's? Did you say it was Panini's shortcut?
Shyam, Luk, Shnam, these are Panini's Ashtadhyayi, the pratyayas that he uses to indicate those for verbs.
Okay, okay. But the rest of the shloka you do is not Panini?
No, no. I will have to, I just have to find out where it is from.
Okay.
I'm not so sure if it's I will not make a wild guess because I'm not so sure. But it should not be so, shouldn't be so difficult to find it. I can probably just search it now. Tatyam vidyate jnane. No, it's not so easy to find it if Google Brahman doesn't give you an automatic spontaneous reply, which means that it hasn't been discussed too much, I think. So I will aham tasya moola grantham prapya suchayami. Astu, chalatu, shubham.
Ma'am, this
Prashun,
okay.
sorry. So you're trying from a long time. Sorry, Kathayatu, sorry.
Ma'am, there was Pada Chatushtena Gachati.
Pada Chatushtayena.
Chatushtayena. Can it be Padabhyaha Gachati in plural?
Bolo. It is 4 legs. So what will it be?
Padabhyaha.
Now, a little more precision. Padebhyaha.
Padebhyaha. Yeah.
Padebhya. Uttamam.
It can be.
Avashyam. Where you, because at this stage we have not yet done the Bahuvachanam.
Yeah, I was just asking. That's why at the end.
Anuradha, that educating a girl child, Siddharth Ghosh was it? Siddharth Ghoshal or Ghosh?
Siddhant.
Siddhant, okay. Can you just post that link again? I've lost it.
I will do that. I will post that and I will also put out the Gurukula links. And I wanted this other friend of mine. I'll try and see if I can get her the next time. Someone passed away in a family and it got everything delayed. So I will anyway get these details and I'll put them up on the things this time.
Yeah, just put these two at least, because otherwise I'm constantly forgetting. Yeah, I mean to do it and I'm forgetting. Yeah.
Satyam.
Okay. Thank you so much. Bye.
Oh, Dhanyavada.
Shubharatri.
Dhanyavada. Shubharatri.
Anuradhaji, the Go Brahmanebhya Shubhamastu Nityam, when we say, there Go stands for Vedas. Actually, that is Govinda. So that is how many meanings. First time I heard Go as like, this is beauty of it.
So but see, they're not removed from each other, because the Veda is knowledge is light, and therefore but go literally means the ray of light. So the meaning of go as Veda is an associated meaning.
With that
the meaning of go as cow is an associated meaning. The source meaning of the word go comes from the root.
Okay. Beautiful.
Anuradhaji, quick question. If you have other classes, you said you are going to start another one for another group. Would it be possible for people like me who want to keep listening? Is it possible for me to enroll in that, or do we?
Yeah, even I want to join.
Avashyam.
How will we know how to join?
The only thing is that when this was my personal initiative. So I did not have any fee or anything, because I had my own logic of how I wanted to, have the Guru Dakshina pay. Because this is being organized by a particular organization, the Ritambhara Wellness. They will have a fee. I'm just letting you know that there is a fee. And plus, I have told them that my requirement is that the organizations I'm supporting, they get more help. So whatever that all of you give will be divided into all the different parties that are there, so that everybody is benefited from this exchange that is happening.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
So how you will let us know when
Satyam. Once their
starting this?
Out, Satyam. So the starting is happening on the 1st of November.
Okay.
It will be a 2 months. That I will really crunch it into, like, here the advantage has been that we've had a lot of time to do almost personal work. There I will not be able to do it, because then I will not be able to complete the course for all those people. So it will be more of everybody writing down, and there will be differences in the way it is approached. Also, the groups are different. This group was much more of my friends and all of us. So it has a very different energy in it. That group would be more of, just people who are interested, and through a second connection they come to learn.
And the other question I had was, will all these videos that you have been kind enough to share with us, will that be there available for us for a long time?
Sundareshan is wondering, when will this stop, because he's the host. Sundar?
This is the last question, and then I'll keep quiet.
Yeah, all the videos are there on YouTube.
Okay.
No, they're asking, will it stay on? Like, it will last even after?
The classes.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
Dhanyawad.
Shubharatri.
I will get all this information. I will also put this up in the groups. And yeah. And please do the sentences. Kripaya vakyani kurvantu. 2 weeks will take. Complete this a little bit, and we'll do the feminine. And the week after, we'll mix it all up. That all over the.
Yeah, you can have like a quiz.
No,
okay.
For Karyapati. Like, you can do Kartum Shakti. And from the group who has this thing to do. Shantanu Mohodayam Prichhami.
Shantanuda.
Deepak Mohoday, Shantanu Mohoday, we have some very active and very good teachers within the groups. So I will take the Ved Narayan Mohodayam Prichhami. But I know that he's got his hands full also with a lot of other work. So I'm hesitant to ask. Astu. Chalatu. Sundar, just wait a second. I will try saving these sentences. I will try to save these sentences. Oh, it's not so easy. I tried it once. Everyone have to take. Sundar, do you have the option of saving it at your end? Save chat. Done. Done. Uttamam, Shubham, Shubharatri, Punarmilamaha, Abhyasam Kurvantu. Please continue. Please, now that you have a greater vocabulary, please teach somebody else also. You can like really make simple sentences. Ekam lagu vakyam, and then give them the practice like we've done in the class, so that abhyasaha bhavati. Astu.
Avashya.
Pranamaha. Namaste.
Namaste.
Namaste.